I've been in your waters.
What is poppin', everyone, and welcome back to another tattoo time lapse. So today we are tattooing a Horus on Nia. Horus being the Egyptian god for, I have no idea, but here you can see me prepping the skin and stenciling. So Nia is awesome. She will sit and she will stay there until the tattoo finishes. It does not matter how long. The tattoo itself actually took around about 14 hours to do. So here I am prepping my inks. Currently using silverback. I use 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and black. So although the stencil went on, it didn't go on very well. So as you can see, I'm having to pull out the old Sharpie to just tighten some bits up. When it come to this design, I didn't need the stencil to be absolutely perfect. It was a pretty straightforward design, so I just needed to mark in the roundness of the bottom. And also when I actually stenciled the actual image on my iPad, I actually forgot the center little gem thing going on. So we started tattooing. So what I wanted to do firstly is map in the bottom where I had just marked round. There's no point in marking round if you're not going to map it in straight away, because as soon as you wipe, it's pretty much gone, especially with a lighter colour like this green. Bottom bit's pretty straightforward. Consisted of just lining in and adding the darker shadows down the right hand side just to add depth. Then came the shading in, which again, back and forth motion. I always use the back and forth motion. Now this little bit had quite a bit of texture in it, to be fair. This whole bottom section had loads of texture in, so you'll see in just a second where I do start texturing up. So I generally get the base layer in. If it's light, I'll do the texture after I've got the base layer in, but if it's not light and it's dark and I need to see that texture, I'll always put the texture in first. So here we are texturing up just a little bit using a 9 round shader. Again, just getting in those basic shadows, those basic shapes. When I say this client is an absolute boss, like, I genuinely mean that. She is an absolute animal. She's getting the back of her knee tattooed and it's grim. Like this, it's a grim place to get done. And she is just an absolute champ when it comes to getting tattooed. But here we are putting the texture in the pec area. Again, just using a 9 round shader, getting that texture in. Like I said, this bit is pretty dark, so I needed to see where my texture will go in before putting the grey wash on top. Depending on the texture, I'll use a 9 round or a 5 round in this. My configuration of needles for this actual tattoo does not change. No matter the size, I genuinely only use these needles, and that is a 3 round liner, a 5 round shader, a 9 round shader, a 7 curved mag bug pin, a 15 curved mag bug pin, and a 23 curved mag bug pin. Didn't use the 23 too much in this one. It was generally all the 15 and the round shader, but the 23 was there if we got onto any background. However, you know, this tattoo, 15 hours in, 14 hours in, whatever, you ain't really got time to do any background. So I kind of did start on the bottom of the background to try and tie in this tattoo to the one on the bottom previously what we did. But this tattoo again was so big that it was unnecessary work, and I really just wanted to get this tattoo done. So here I am texturing on the left hand side now. Exactly the same, 9 rung shader, texture, getting it in there, and then putting the tones over the top. So let's go into super quick time-lapse mode, and I will be back in a minute. So, just a quick side note on this fur. Now the actual reference, the fur didn't actually look like this, like the feathers and stuff. All this bit was actually made up by me. What I wanted to do is make it look a little bit more realistic than it actually did on the reference image. So what I did is I just turned the mag on the side, got the general direction, got the general tones, and yeah, off to town I went. So coming up to the face area, I just wanted to like slow it down just a little bit so you could see how I got the face area in. Again, it was nothing different from all the fur, just the mag on the side, getting those tones in. I think on this bit I was using the 7 curved mag bug pin. At this point, I'm getting really tired. Like, we are maybe, let's say around about 11 hours in, maybe. 11 hours in. So at this point you're pretty tired. You've been going all day. We'd literally been going all day. Like, we'd had maybe 10 minutes dinner and that is it. Now the reason for this is Nia travels all the way from Wales, and there is a ton of tattoo shops in between Wales and where I am, and I'm truly grateful that she passes all those tattoo shops to actually come to me. So it's a special occasion when Nia comes, and she books in 2 days. So what we do is we just have one big mammoth session, and yeah, this is the result. But here we are on the white. I sprayed Nia down with some Bactine, which is some numbing spray. Obviously it's been 14 hours since we touched the bottom of that leg. So we don't want to be, you know, putting her in unnecessary pain. So yeah, spread it down with Bactine, numbed her off a little bit, and did the white. Sorry about the glare, but there is 14 hours worth of effort. But guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the continued support on the channel. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to turn on bell notifications to get notified every time I upload a new video. And peace out.